All right, y'all. So as promised, I'm going to do a review on the Kubota 75.3. I did a video on the Kubota when I first got it. This video right here was when it had 5 hours on it. And this is this might be the most watched video I've ever done. It's put together pretty good, so y'all check that out before you come to this one, because this one's going to be the 250 hour review. And it's going to be a little more in depth than that one, because, well, I know a lot more now, right? Okay, so first thing first, overall, this machine on a scale of 1 to 10, this machine, it's a 10, man, in its class, right? In its class, it's a 10. I'm going to scale overall. I'm going to scale it, everything on 1 to 10. Power-wise, it's pretty powerful. It has a really good hydraulic flow. Of course, my neighbor's gonna start cutting their grass now. It has really good flow for what it is. You got to keep in mind that it's with 74 horsepower, and this is what it is. It's a 75.3, brand new, 250 hours. So first things first. It's never broke down or anything like that. The only thing that happened to it was when the track came off, but that is typical of things. And I got a video. I'll try to find the link to that video too, where the track came off. I got a few videos. I want to try to start referring back to some of my other videos when I'm doing newer videos on the same equipment, because it gives you context. Because a lot of times your mind can change, right, about the whole machine. So I love this machine. Now, sometimes I wish I had gotten the 97 or the 95 or whatever the next one up. And it wasn't, I didn't get the 97 because it was about money. Because I could have financed the 97 just as easy as I could have financed this one. I don't know what the price difference is. I could find out, but it might, what is it, $10,000 difference maybe, something like that. I don't know. It might be a little more than that. But I love this machine. Getting the track back on, the ease of that, not very easy at all. Not very easy at all. And compared to the T190, you got, it's I don't know, man. The track seemed very hard to put on to me. And you know, which track was it? It was the other track. So it wasn't this side. It was the other side. So let's start off in the engine bay here. Now, I squirted everything off today. Y'all see these plates and all that are, they're the plates that go into the bottom of here. There's one right here. Y'all see that? Let me get a flashlight. So I want to make sure I get a good video, even if I just have to do a lot of editing. So you got a plate for right here, right? I took that out. You got one for the side here where you can squirt down in here and you can get all the debris in there. See, right now there's not no debris. I don't really understand, other than I probably would have tried to maybe put some heavy duty mesh there or something, because with it closed off at the bottom like that, you're guaranteed to get stuff in here, right? Guaranteed, man. I mean, when you look down in here, look. So, but if you got a piece of big mesh, heavy mesh where a limb couldn't jump through, that would probably be better, because it would allow the rainwater or whatever to rain and break stuff up, and some of the stuff would probably come out. You probably still have to take the plate off. And these plates are heavy steel. So you got one on that side, same thing on this side. I love the door and all on it. One thing I wish they would do is, I wish they would have made this bumper right here a little bit longer, right? Because I backed into stuff, not with misjudging the camera and all, and to be honest with you guys, when I first got it, I wasn't used to having a camera, so yeah. I backed into a lot of stuff, but it's a skid steer. I don't mind, the door ain't bent or nothing. I just backed into a lot of stuff. Scratch it up, but who cares, right? We're gonna go all the way around the machine, so if y'all don't wanna see it, y'all ought to go on and go to another video, because this video is gonna be all about this machine that I know of right now. Okay. Of course, this is the fuel tank right here. Love it right there. Everything's easy to get to. If you know, of course, this one only has 250 hours on it, so I don't have any issues with it as of yet, right? You got all your hydraulic stuff right there, and it's well, it ain't super clean right now, but this is a skid steer, and it's gonna. I squirted it all out. Yeah, man, this thing is pretty nice, right? Now, one thing I did that I don't think you're supposed to do is I unplugged that backup beeper. I don't encourage people to do that, and I may cut this out if I catch it in editing. What else I got? I like the pin right here for the door to hold the door open if you're on a slope or something. That's sweet. I love the concept of the reverse fan. It's really a game changer, y'all, on keeping the funk out of the coils and all on the radiator and on the cooler for the hydraulics up here. So, and everything's well made. I did notice that today. I took this off, and let me see if I can pop it off right quick. Let y'all see that. I took this off. Really easy. And y'all can see the radiator, the cooler, the radiator, and everything. And this fan is a reversing fan. So this fan, this reversing fan will keep some of the dust particles out of the radiator and keep things cool where it won't get clogged up. It'll probably still get clogged up, but not nearly as fast, right? So, and then you just got this little latch right here, right? You just latch it in. Good as gold. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so that's enough on the engine stuff. Same thing with the track. I do like the these things being in where they don't get knocked off and stuff. For the most part, I like that, but when you do rub up against something, it can get up in there and be like, yeah, molded in there. This right here is a cabin air filter. I need to change that, or I need to at least, I want to look at it anyway. So, it's pretty dirty by now. It's a lot dirtier than it was the last time. So you just grab it, right? Yeah, it's a lot dirtier. Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. And some of the guys that know a lot more about this kind of thing than me, they say that if you got to keep these things clean, or it can mess up the air conditioning. Man, dude, I might need to buy another one of them. That's pretty bad. I'll probably get a blower and blow it. I gotta buy me another. One thing I need to do, y'all, and I know this is all subject of the skid steer. One thing I need to do, man, is I need to buy me an air compressor. The one that I had was too big, and it didn't work all the time. So I've had it for a long time. It was 5 horsepower. I don't need nothing that big. I just need something that I can, because I don't use air for nothing. Used to, I'd use it for impact guns and all that, but I don't use the air for nothing no more. other than to fill up your tires and stuff. And stuff like this, it'd be nice to have where you could blow this out that way, right? Where you could blow it where it'll blow out. So that's another thing that we're gonna have to look at. I may be able to go online and find one of them. I don't even want to put that one back in right now. Yeah, so let's get inside it and let me show y'all some of the features of the inside of it that I like and don't like. And turn the air on too, for sure. Maybe even close the door so we don't have all this thing. This is a high flow machine. It's got all the things for the high flow. Now last week, I don't know what happened, and maybe some of you guys that know a lot more about this than me. Last week, and there it is right, last week, or 2 weeks ago, whenever, I was using the high flow, and this one right here started dripping. It doesn't look like it's dripping now. It was dripping, and it dripped all the way down through there. I don't really know why. You know. So as you guys know, I did bust the door, and now I got a plexi door in there. The plexi door, they scratch pretty easy, man. But you can still see through it pretty good. I don't even know. I like the glass better as far as visual goes, because it doesn't scratch as much. That's my neighbor cutting the grass. One thing I was going to ask some of you guys about that may know a little bit more, and all of this stuff that I'm talking about, all this stuff I'm talking about on the 75.3 are things that I have learned since I got it. There's no, I'm not coming from a place of authority or nothing. And Kubota has not paid me or paid me to do anything. I'm just doing this because a couple of guys have asked me about this and how's it really doing. And it's hard to do that when you're on the job and you're out there trying to make money with it. So one thing that I don't really understand is I don't know what these are for. These right here are the same bolt size as that, okay? I just don't know what they are, man. I have no idea. Why are they there? To me, and I put some of that grip tape on here, to me, it would be nice to have something like this right here, right there. So when you step out of the machine and you can step down onto that, or stepping up on the machine. I just wonder what they are, man. And I might make something eventually and bolt there. I'm not going to weld on it or nothing, but I could build something and then bolt it to that. So, yeah. So one thing I don't like about this is the door and the latch mechanism. I'll show y'all. So you got to push it in, right? And then the door goes up, okay? And that's the seat cover that you see right there. Not very expensive, I don't know, 50 bucks, 40 bucks, whatever. And it's a little bit dirty in here too, because it is a machine. I'll show y'all real quick. This is one thing that really bothers me that I don't really understand. Okay, so you're in the machine, right? You got the door up, but you got to have the door up to get out, okay? So the door's like that, right? Locked in place. But when you get out here, you can't unlock it. You got to reach your hand up all the way up through here, right, and try to mash that button down right there. Now they ought to make that a little bit different. Bring it closer to the edge here where you can get to it, man. You know, I don't understand, because to get out of the machine, you got to take the door up. Now, these are things that I'm just noticing about the machine. I ain't crying about nothing. I'm not whining about nothing. I'm not bitching about nothing. I'm just stating facts, right? It's what this video is. It's facts the way I see it. So, yeah. But getting in it, There's plenty of leg room and everything. I love that part. And like I said, it's not clean worth a damn. So first thing you do is when you get in, I want to get the air going. That's the first screen that comes up, right? So you put your code in and hit OK. You got this. Now I ought to have the let's start it up and close the door so we can get better. Gives you that little error. It's protecting the turbo because it ain't warmed up. Come over here. Got it on. You can have air or not. I want air. Right? And then you got a vent, another vent, and then one there and one there. What I like is let me close the door. So it's pretty quiet in here. Now, a couple features on here, and I probably don't know everything about the machine. We got something going on here with the maintenance. It's telling me I need to, yeah, I know what it is. See, it tells you all of the things that you need to do. Like, I got 6 hours left before the air cleaner element. And then I can go on the app, y'all, and I can show y'all. Man, I wish I had my phone in here. Let me grab my phone, man. Let's go on the Kubota app there. As you can, like I was saying, it tells you everything. I don't know why it's saying the battery's 11.7. Because right here it tells you, and I believe this before I believe that. See, it tells you everything you need to know that's going on with the machine right now. Everything. See the. Anyway, okay, so. It tells you everything. You can move this stuff around, but I'm not a big. It's sort of like all the gadgets on your phone that you never fool with. That's me on this. I haven't really fooled with a lot of this stuff. So it's got a setting where you can go fast, go slow. You can hit this. I don't know if it'll do anything right now. Yeah, that ain't gonna let you. So in order to run the machine and move it, you have to, these things have to come down, right? Typical stuff, right? And then the green button there releases the hydros. Okay. All right, so the app pretty much tells you exactly where the, y'all see the app tells you exactly where the machine is located, right? So click on that, and that tells you everything you need to know. So you can hit this button right here, punch in your code, and you can shut the machine down or make it where it won't start until you reset it. It gives you a list of all the attachments that'll go with it. You can create a geo fence where you don't want the machine to go outside of the fence. You just like hit plus here, add a geo fence, and then you just go, you just draw on it, and it'll let you know when it's outside of that fence. This tells you how to do everything. Y'all see it. This is all maintenance stuff. So then you click on that, and it'll give you an audio.
To avoid personal injury or death, park the...
It'll tell you everything. Lubricating the grease fittings. Well, everybody knows how to do that. Let's see if we find refilling the hydraulic oil. Probably got a video for this. Play audio. Play audio. It's showing you, and it will tell you.
Check the oil level as to whether it lies on the center of the gauge at a normal temperature of 50 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 to 30.
So, when you got all the maintenance stuff to do, all you do is you go here, and I'm up for the 250 hour maintenance. Y'all see the I got 240. They're saying 6 hours left. So I'm aware of that because it tells you. And then it puts this little yellow thing right there. Click on that, and now we know that I got until 450 hours to do the engine oil, right? The hydraulic oil, I got 756 hours. So I got 6 hours to do the air cleaner element, like I was saying. And then all I gotta do is just click on it and say I did it, right? But I don't want to do that. I ain't starting to do none of that. So I got 256 hours before I had to change the engine oil filter cartridge, right? The water separator, I got 244 hours. 244 hours. No, we ain't trying to click on nothing. And you can also do it, turn it, I think you can, yeah. So I got 756 hours to change the air filter for the AC. Fuel tank breather. And again, I don't play around with it. I know a lot of you guys might be a lot more. I don't play around with it a lot. I want to see what this right here was telling me the other day. I got 5 hours left. So let me back up. 3. So the air cleaner element in the back. See, this one right here is a difficult one because I don't know where that is. So, travel motor gear oil. So I'll go to the app, right? I know this video is probably going to be long and stupid, man, but sorry. I go to the app and I'm looking for travel motor. Why did they? Motor gear oil. Travel motor. Is that it? I don't know why it keeps.
Wrap seal tape around the plug and securely reinstall the oil check port plug using a torque wrench. The specified torque is 16.2 to 23.6 feet per pound or 22.0 to 30.
I don't like the way it keeps going off, man. We're just looking for the ones that got six, that have 6 hours left. Hydraulic return. Where's that at? What else I got? So a couple things on the inside here that I do not like, and I don't understand why. Okay, number one thing is, why do they got this right here? I mean, you getting in and out of this thing, you could hit it with your foot or something. I wish they had like a little toolbox or something right here where you could put a few wrenches in or something. You know, something like that. That'd be sweet. But I know none of the skid steers do. Let me turn around here. So in the back here, I don't understand why they have this cup holder right here. It's not like, you know, I mean, that's just it's not a good spot for a cup holder if you ask me. Because when you're under the machine, you're like this, and you're locked down. So, you know, I don't know, why not put the cup holder over here somewhere or something, you know, where you can, you know, where you don't have to, you know, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to, I mean, come on, man. Why not put some kind of little box up here from the factory to where you can put stuff in, you know, a chain, a tow rope, a couple of like the big wrenches I got over there, because this skid steer is the only thing I use those big wrenches for. And if you're out in the field, you don't have them with you, well, damn, I mean, you know, you're stuck. So I don't like that part of it. There's a light right here. You got plug in there, and this right here is just a USB port. So you can actually plug in two things if you wanted to. What else I got here? The radio, dude. The radio. I wish they had, and I love this machine. I wish they had like a, I don't know, a higher end radio, speakers and stuff, because this thing sounds like one of the old FM clock radios. The quality of sound on this radio is about like one of the little clock radios you used to have, you know, with an alarm clock. That's what it sounds like. There's no bass, it's just noise, really. Of course, it has Bluetooth, so I can hook to my headphones, I can hook my phone to this, to the radio. Let me go to the radio right here. See, this is the radio. Let me that's why I don't even listen to the radio, the speakers. You could probably, though, I would imagine, you could take that plate right there off, that piece of plastic off, and you could put some big boy, some better speakers in there. I might look into doing that at some point, maybe. What it would take to do that? I don't see why you could. But I wish they had an option where you could put a high, you know, I don't know, a higher end stereo radio thing, because when you're working and stuff, you got all this noise outside, and then these speakers just sound like a little more noise, you know. Yeah. What else I got, y'all? Y'all know one of the main reasons why I like this machine so much was because of the door. And this glass that I put in is holding up pretty good so far, but I'm a lot more gentle with it than I was. The automatic nubs down there that lock the attachment in place, I need to grease everything since I washed the machine. What else? Really ain't nothing else really with it, man. I mean, this damn machine is put together really good. Everything's heavy duty. But just imagine, like I said in that video, just imagine having to have this door shut and everything that you do if you're going to run the machine. So if you're at home just bull crapping around trying to pick a trailer up or move a trailer, you got to get in here and you got to close the door. See, I can hop in this thing and I don't have to close the door. I like that. I do. I like that. And the air is balling, y'all. Oh my God. The air is great. I wonder what I could do. Y'all got any suggestions on what I could do to get some better speakers in here? What I don't like in anything that I do or fix or whatever, what I don't like is I don't like stuff looking freaking trailer park, right? Like, that's why I was so OCD about, and I don't mean trailer park in a bad term. I'm just saying that it reminds me of my uncle that always was bolting stuff to the dashboard of his trucks and stuff, and I never liked that. I'm like, man, and then it never can be back the same. That's why I'm with that brake controller in that truck right there. I got the OEM one, and I was OCD about it. It cost me a lot more money, and a lot more trouble, but same thing. I know I could add speakers in here and make this freaking thing a boom box if I wanted to, but I want to add higher-end speakers in that same compartment there, right? So without punching any holes, without drilling any holes or anything like that. So now we'll drill some holes in the back metal to hold the speaker in if I had to, but I ain't drilling on none of the plastic or anything. Y'all see what I did right here? That's from fooling with that damn door. That's the price I paid right there for fooling with that door. But the way the door is the mechanism on the door, people are always talking about how they rattle. This one don't rattle. You see these bumpers right here? You can adjust that bumper, man. You can lift the door up, adjust that bumper where it's really tight, and you see that lip right there, it's bent in. So when you push down, the bumper slides up into place. Same way on that side. Now, when I first got the machine, it rattled a little bit, but then I just tightened the damn bumper down, man. I mean, not a big deal, you know. Yeah. It's got self-leveling as well. So see how quiet it is, and it's just idling right now. So, but you see those two things like I was talking about earlier. You see, they bend and they go wherever the bucket goes. So it ain't like the bucket can get in the way, or any of the attachments can get in the way of that. So there's a reason those are there. I don't know what they are, and it ain't just because. There's a reason, and therefore something. Maybe not on this machine. This probably the 97 might have the same thing on here. I don't know. I would imagine the 97 is a little bit wider though, but that front plate might not be. That front plate's going to be the same size to accommodate all the damn attachments. So I wouldn't be surprised if this whole front plate right here is moving. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the same one that's on the 65 and the 75 and the damn 97. And maybe on the 97 they got or the 65 they got a reason for those bolt heads, right? So here's the one that moves you. And then when you pull backwards on it, watch what happens when you pull backwards on it. So, but overall, this machine is great. It's a expensive. So the numbers on this machine, the machine retails, this one, and it's 2024 75-3. This one retailed at the time I bought it for $72.50. You add tax onto that, and you're right at 8, a little under 8, right? And then there's a service fee or some shit, you know. But I understand why they do it. Then they got the insurance that comes with it that you have to have if you're financing it. Even though I only financed $38,000 on this machine. The rest of it I paid cash. But the insurance is $130 a month over the life of the loan, or until it's paid off. And that insurance is very in-depth, y'all. It's really good insurance. When I broke the window, all I had to do was pay a $500 deductible, and they was going to replace the window, because that's not under warranty. What else? Yeah, if it gets stole, they replace it. I mean, if some major catastrophe happens to it, it's insured fully. I mean, it's deep. They were telling me that they replaced new machines behind the warranty and all, and the warranty and the insurance. So that's what the salesman was telling me, and one of the workers there. What else we got, y'all? They got a mirror up here. I rarely even use it. And maybe I should. So when you get ready to turn it off, you just hit that, and it tells you, hey, are you sure you want to log out? So say you just got to run to the truck real quick or whatever. Leave this going. In 4 minutes and 45 seconds, it's going to make it where you got to punch the code back in. This is the timer that I said, give me 5 minutes. So when I step out of the machine or whatever, if I turn it off, I don't have to punch the code back in. You set codes for everybody that runs it. So, and then like Toby's got a code, though he's not running it, you know, on jobs. He's moved it around in here. I gotta feel a certain type of way when a guy is going to be running this, and I'm all for somebody else running it, y'all. I really am. I don't have any ambition of being a skid steer operator. I don't. I can run it. I gotta run it because I'm in business, and you know. But that's not my goal. They ain't sure what my goal is, but it ain't sitting in one of these machines all day. That ain't my goal. So to release the door, and I can't emphasize, and I can't show y'all on video how heavy this door is. It doesn't do justice. This door is heavy, man. It's heavy steel on it everywhere and everything. See these latches right here. There's two of them. There's one here and one there. So the way it's designed is you put your hand right there like that, and then you just use your thumb to punch down. And it's spring loaded. So when I hit that button right there, it's gonna come up. It ain't gonna pop up, but it makes it's a helper shocks on the side here. So boom, I didn't even do nothing, right? So now we're halfway up. Now, for you to be able to close it from out there, you need to have it, keep it like this. If you got it in the, and I just want to show y'all, I'm just trying to show y'all, man, y'all bear with me. If you want to keep it in the up position, and if you're running it, you have to, you can't run it like this. The door will be all in your way, so you got to either open it or close it. So I come back down to get a running start, right? And then you just come up. See that? And that popped in place. And then if you're gonna be running a long time, or if it starts, you can latch it right here too. So these are spring loaded. So pop, right? But I rarely use these because the locking mechanism works really good. But see, the way it is right now, if you get out of the machine, how do you let the door down? See, that's a problem. right? I mean, it is a problem. I don't understand it. I never have understood it, and I don't see what the deal is. They should be able to do something, make this mechanism a little further down where you can reach it from the outside or something. I don't know, man. So right now, when I get out of the machine, I have to go on and release the door. Right, I have to go on and release it before I get ready to climb out. And just set it like that while I get out of the machine. Now, sometimes I forget. Well, most of the time I forget. I get out of it and then I reach back to close the door. And I don't close the door, you know, I don't run it all the time with the door closed. Really the only time that I really used it with the door closed the whole time is when I'm running the mulcher. Now, I haven't been running it a lot, y'all know, since it's gotten really hot. So I don't really have a way I'm doing nothing or anything. I just, the air conditioner works really good. I can close this door and the air works really good. They say that this cabin is dust proof. I don't think so. Maybe I'm, I don't think it's dust proof. It gets pretty dirty in here. You have to, I thought, when I first got it that I'd be able to keep it like inside of a truck. You can't. Another cool feature here it has is, see this rubber matted floor right here? This floor comes out. You can literally pick it up, look. It comes out. All that comes out. And you can squirt it off or whatever. And then there's a plate outside where you can squirt it off and let the water run out too. So I thought this was pretty cool. Nice little, and that's the gas pedal. For when I've never used it. I'd rather not even have that and have good speakers, and they could keep that if I had an option. Yeah, I don't really know anything else to say. Y'all got any questions about the machine? And then $12,000 on the insurance for the life of the loan. Now, if you pay the loan off early, obviously you're not going to have to pay the insurance. So, but each month I'll make a payment. $130 of that payment is going toward the insurance on this machine. I financed it for 72 months. Anyway, the machine, at the end of the day, the machine is right at $91,000. So that's with the insurance and all. So, and I didn't want to pay the insurance, but once I saw how good it is, I'm like, yeah, I need insurance, because if this thing rolls off the trailer or something, and anything bad happens, I'm covered. And what that does, y'all, is that makes it where I'm a small business, man. I don't have, $1 million in the bank or nothing. I'm just trying to build up and feed my people, man, So, to have this machine like I had the T190, where if it came off the trailer, that was it. You're done. That creates a lot of stress on why I wasn't working and why I wouldn't take it to certain places and blah, blah, blah. This machine, I don't give a damn. I'll take it anywhere as long as it makes sense financially. Now, I don't want to pull it down the road any further than I have to. I turned down a job in Jackson from here, which is about 50 miles from here. And they were going to pay me $1,700. And I told them it was just too far for me to bring the machine. If it was in the middle of the winter, y'all, I might have done that job. I might have done it. I also knew that job was not going to be a reoccurring job. If it would have been a reoccurring thing, I may have, figured out a way to go do it, right? But I just couldn't do that. It was just too far. I don't have time, man. I don't want to take the time. And going that far, I'm certainly not going by myself. So that would tell me that Toby would have to be with me. so he couldn't be cutting grass that day. I'm not pulling the machine 50 miles anywhere by myself, because if something happens, I'm not going to be on the side of the road looking stupid or whatever. You just never know. When you're pulling a big weight like this, you know, big weight for a truck here, you know, that damn truck right there. I was looking at that truck right there. No, that truck looks good, y'all, don't it? Boy, look at that truck, man. I love that truck, boy. All right, y'all, so that's about all I'm going to do. And I will say that though this machine's hydraulic flow is a lot more than the T190, and this thing weighs another 2,000 pounds, 1,500 pounds more than the T190. But as far as digging up stumps and stuff, it's more powerful, but it's not significant, man. It's really not. It ain't like I jumped in this thing and said, oh my God, you know, it's not that much more powerful than my T190. What is more powerful, and that's critical, is the auxiliary hydraulics. The hydraulics overall is a lot more GPMs running through this, and it has high flow. So that T190 would have never run that mulcher. And if I had a 97, an SVL 97, it would run that mulcher like nobody's business. But this one runs it really good. And I got the one with the mulching head, the cutter mulcher, whatever you want to call it. That's high flow, but only 30 GPM. You know, for me, that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought a forestry mulcher for it. Number one, they're really expensive, and I think to really be all you can be with a forestry mulcher, a typical, you know, a real forestry mulcher, is you need the 97 if you got a Kubota to really run it like it needs to be ran, like it's supposed to be ran, like, you know. But yeah, I could yak all day about equipment, y'all. But I'll put a link to the other video. Y'all can kind of thumb through that if y'all want to, ain't got to, and we'll see how my thoughts have changed since then, you know. So this is a 250-hour review on this machine, and based on what I know about these machines, I haven't had any problems with it. It's ran like a champ, and yeah, I really ain't got a whole lot else to say about it, man. But time will tell. We know that, well, the machine's under warranty for until 2,000 hours. Hell, it'll be paid for by then. I got a few other little things I need to pay for, you know. I got $15,000 in that truck. You know, I didn't really want to have to spend that much money on a truck, but that's a quality truck right there, and it damn sure looks good too. Those mirrors make it, man. Those mirrors and those tires, man, that's a totally different animal, man. That's a four-wheel drive F250. I hope all you guys have a good weekend. I know I will, because I make my own luck.